Last time, this happened. This time, a lot of this happens. So there we were, after a beautiful day of wheeling stuck on the shoulder of the highway. Not with a flat tire, but with a wheel that had completely come off the truck.
Oh my god, I think my rim is wrecked.
Oh no.
Look at that.
So Dad's taking the bolts out of the spare tires so he can use them for the tire. Mom.
I have something much more serious than nuts. I have a hub problem. Here, pass me that for a second. This bolt is broken. This bolt is broken. This one is spinning freely, so right now I gotta see if I can crawl home on 2 lugs. Ay, ay, ay.
After calling insurance, I found out it would cost thousands of dollars if I made a claim.
What's that?
At least it didn't happen for you in the bush.
I decided to have the truck towed home so I could figure out the damage. Then, fingers crossed, I'd do the repairs myself.
So, it looks like we have studs that have come out. We have like a completely broken stud and the threads are mucked up. So I gotta get these studs out. In order to do that, I have to take the wheel bearing and half shaft out. Because these were broken, they were rubbing against this bolt that holds the wheel hub in. So the bolt should look like this, but the entire end of this one has been sheared off. So we're just gonna flatten it so it can be removed. Pull this guy out. The next step is going to be to hammer these out, and I've ordered new ones which I'll pick up tomorrow. All told, 130 bucks for the tow truck. It'll be 130 bucks for these bolts plus the one of these. I'll need a new rim for my tire because of how chewed up it is. So I kind of got off lucky. That rim is toast.
The next day.
You got that?
Yeah.
Now we have brand new lugs, baby. Here the speed sensor or whatever this thing is first before bolting everything down. Big lugs back there. These guys have to be 120. Oh, we're there. Okay. You know, this guy has to be in his little plug so that your sensor line doesn't get tangled up in your knuckle. But apparently these are just 35 foot-pounds, so they're pretty tiny. Is that it?
Yeah.
And I want to see if that gun I've been using actually goes to 100 or not. Nope, it hasn't. Okay, good to know. It's like what?
A big steering wheel.
With the Jeep back on the ground, it was time to go mount our tire on a new rim.
Okay. So me and my co-pilot are...
Hey.
This is what the world looks like to me from under my hat.
Hey.
Yay. Tap. Okay, guys, thanks so much.
Perfect.
I want to roll this.
It's a little heavy.
It's fun.
Let's go. Thanks for helping. I have to admit that freaks me out a little bit to be back on the highway, but I think everything is good. Okay, tunnel, ready? Hold your breath. Oh, whew. So I'm just gonna explain what I think happened here. All 5 lugs are through the holes in the rim. One snaps or one gets loose, causing more vibration. Finally, all 5 are loose. Finally, all 5 nuts are off. What I think has happened here is it was still on one lug and kind of spinning like a hula hoop, because you can see the kind of circular pattern of scratches on the face of the rim here, but also from the scratches on the hole inside of the rim. It's like it was riding on the brake rotors. The weird thing is that by the time I pulled over, all 5 lugs are back in their holes again. I mean, you could do the same thing 1,000 times and not have that happen. And it's like a miracle that the wheel didn't fly off. Now, what I got to do is just really make sure that this never, ever, ever happens again. Number 1, always air down when you're on those FSRs. Number 2, tighten your lugs with a torque wrench. And after you drive around the block a couple of times, it'll kind of center itself up. Tighten them again. Clicks as you're there. Number 3, these aftermarket rims, they have this really huge inner bore, and so they can fit basically any kind of truck. So you just get a little spacer, a plastic spacer that goes inside here, so that when you put it on the axle, it's already centered before you start torquing all the lugs. So the torque wrench lives in the car now. Okay. Getting the holes lined up is totally non-trivial. I always do this. I forget the center cap. Oops. Oh, God. Oh. The nuts on the spare are supposed to be at 70 foot-pounds-ish. No more impact gun for this. Okay, time for a little gentle roll. Make sure everything is ship shape. Yeah, so far so good. Crash.
As they say, back on the horse.
Good.